Hello, good morning, welcome back to the channel where it is time for my Match Week 16 Premier League predictions for the 2019-2020 Premier League season. Now, we are halfway through game week 15, so what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to say how I've done so far in Match Week 15, and basically it's been pretty good. So, Crystal Palace Bournemouth, I went for a 1-1 draw, that finished 1-0 to Crystal Palace, so obviously I got that wrong. Burnley Man City went for a 2-1 win to Manchester City. That finished 4-1. Leicester City against Watford went for a 4-0 win to Leicester City. That finished 2-0. Manchester United Tottenham went for a 1-1 draw. That finished 2-1 to Manchester United. Wolves West Ham, I went for a 2-0 win to West Ham. That finished 2-0 to Wolves. So I was very, very happy with that one. Chelsea Aston Villa went for a 2-1 win to Chelsea. That finished 2-1. Southampton Norwich City, I went for a 2-0 win to Southampton, that finished 2-1. And Liverpool Everton, went for a Liverpool 2, Everton 0, that finished 5-2 to Liverpool. Now obviously we've got two games tonight, which is Sheffield United, Newcastle United, and Arsenal versus Brighton. So they are going to be played tonight. So in the next match week, I will tell you how I did with those games. So, we have match week 16 now, and the games we have are as follows. So, a 12:30 game on Saturday is Everton against Chelsea. We have now got, we've got three games kicking off at 3 o'clock, and it is Bournemouth against Liverpool, Tottenham against Burnley, Watford against Crystal Palace, and then the Saturday night game. Oh wow, what a game this is going to be. Manchester Derby, Manchester City against Manchester United. Then we've got a whole host of games on Sunday. We've got 4 games on Sunday. We've got Aston Villa against Leicester City. That is going to be a cracker, no doubt about it. Newcastle United against Southampton, Norwich against Sheffield United, Brighton against Wolves, and we've got a Monday night game. We have West Ham against Arsenal. So, Everton against Chelsea, ladies and gentlemen. And the last 5 between these two have resulted in 1 win to Everton, 2 draws and 2 wins to Chelsea. And the last result was a 2-0 win to Everton. Everton, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. They were blown away by Liverpool last night. They are now in the relegation zone. Who would have predicted Everton to have been in the relegation zone? I don't think anyone did. So it's a long, long time since they were in the relegation zone, but they are looking really, really poor. It is expected Marco Silva will be sacked today. It's just a case of now when, not if, in all honesty. And, Everton were blown away. But for a period in that game, obviously 2-1 in, they had chances, but, Liverpool just blew them away completely. And, it was a very, very comfortable win for Liverpool. Chelsea, obviously, coming off the back of a 2-1 win over Aston Villa. And Tammy Abraham back on the score sheet against his former club, of course, as well. And Mason Mount scoring as well. So that'll do his confidence the world of good for sure. So for this game, there's only one outcome, really. Everton's next 4 games are absolutely atrocious. So this Saturday, they've got Chelsea at home. Next Sunday, they go to Old Trafford to play Manchester United. Then they have Leicester City at Goodison in the Cup. And then they entertain Arsenal on Saturday lunchtime. So it's a really, really hard running game. So whoever comes in probably won't get many points from those games, I would think. Obviously, the Leicester game is a cup tie, obviously. But, they are really, really tough games. And, Everton are in a real mix-up at the moment with the relegation setup. I don't think anyone expected them to be in the relegation zone. But that is they are in the relegation zone. So, for this game, I can't really see anything other than a Chelsea win. Chelsea going really, really well. Everton really, really struggling. I'm going for Everton 0, Chelsea 2 in that game. Bournemouth against Liverpool now, ladies and gents. And the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 4 wins to Liverpool and 1 draw. And the last result was a 4-0 win to Liverpool. Bournemouth, very, very disappointing to lose to 10-man Crystal Palace the other night. And yeah, like I said, they did have chances in that game, but just couldn't break down Palace's resolute defence. And you know what? They're playing very, very well at Crystal Palace. So, Bournemouth are now on a run of 1 win in 10 games. Their last victory was against Manchester United. So, that is saying something that has to be said. Liverpool 5-2 winners over Everton. Fantastic performance from Liverpool. Klopp made a few eyebrows with his team selections. Obviously, leaving out Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah. No Salah, no Firmino, no problem. Liverpool 5, Everton 2. A fantastic derby win. And Divock Origi loves playing against Everton. 2 fantastic goals yesterday. Shaqiri was brilliant. Lallana was brilliant. Just all round the pitch, Liverpool totally dominated against Everton and totally deserved to win. Obviously, they'll be boosted by the return of Alisson in this game. We'll probably see Liverpool go back to their front three, but Origi and Shaqiri have done no harm in getting themselves possibly selected for the game of the weekend against Bournemouth. Jurgen Klopp has his 100th Premier League win in 159 matches. That is an amazing run that Liverpool have gone on. We're now 32 unbeaten in the Premier League. That's the longest unbeaten run in the club's history. So it's a very, very good way to put it. So for this game, can only really see Liverpool winning. Liverpool to continue the bandwagon here. I'm going for Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 3. Come on, we have to get a clean sheet soon. Surely. Clean sheet soon, please. Now, the next game we have is Tottenham against Burnley, ladies and gents. And the last result was being three wins to Tottenham, 1 draw and 1 win to Burnley. And the last result was a 1-0 win to Tottenham. Tottenham let themselves down against Manchester United. Manchester United, to their credit, played very, very well. Obviously, there was a period in that game where Tottenham were threatening. Obviously, Dele Alli gets the goal. Obviously, it could have been ruled out from VAR, but it wasn't. It was a very good finish, actually. A very, very good finish. But, Gazzaniga should do better at the Rashford first goal, in my opinion. But it's, Tottenham obviously coming on back at the front of the home fans. And, this is the worrying thing with Tottenham, though. They've conceded 2 goals in every game under Jose Mourinho so far. So it's that's not a good thing, but they will only get better. They will only get better under Jose's stewardship and leadership. Burnley 4-1 defeat to Man City. That one was basically that's a free hit basically. You could just basically say that was one game that they can just look at and just basically sweep under the carpet and now move on to Tottenham, which is another really hard game. But yeah, 2 defeats in a row for Burnley. It's Don't often get that with Burnley sides, but it is one of those things, and it'll be interesting to see what happens for this game. But for this game, I think Tottenham will have the 2 in front of them, but I think they'll be too strong for Burnley. I think they will be far too strong for Burnley. I'm going for Tottenham 2, Burnley 0. Watford against Crystal Palace now, and the last 5 between these sides have resulted in 2 wins to Watford, 2 wins to Crystal Palace and 1 draw, so very evenly matched these teams. And the last result was a 2-1 win to Watford. Watford 2-0 defeats to Leicester City. The sooner they get a new manager in, the better, I think, because they are looking like they are being cast adrift at the bottom of the table at this present moment in time, especially with Southampton beating Norwich last night as well. And you know what? 2-0 against Leicester is not a bad result. Obviously, they did lose, but I think everyone expected them to get hammered in that game, and they didn't. And that was the good thing for them, is that they didn't get hammered. Crystal Palace, another fantastic win against Bournemouth, especially with being down to 10 men. Mamadou Sakho sending off. I'm sorry. Letter of the law, if your leg is high as his was for the tackle on what's his name? Francis? No, not Francis. I can't remember his name, but it was a definite red, because his leg is like up to about here. And if you do that, then it's a definite red. So, that was one thing. So, they'll obviously be missing Sakho in this game, but I don't think they'll be missing him too much. So, obviously, this game, there have been 2 wins to Watford, 2 wins to Palace, and 1 draw recently. I'm going to go for Palace to continue their very good run I'm going for Watford 1, Crystal Palace 2 in this game. And now we've got the Saturday night game, and it is the Manchester Derby. It is Manchester City against Manchester United. And the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to City, 1 win to United and 1 draw. And the last result was a 3-1 win to Manchester City. Manchester City, a very good performance against Burnley. 4 goals. Okay, they didn't get the clean sheet, but big pluses, obviously Jesus, definitely, with the absence of Aguero. He obviously stepped up with 2 goals. Very, very good performance. Rodri's goal. If anyone has seen Rodri's goal, oh my goodness me, what a hit. What a hit. That stayed hit. And very, very good. Very, very good performance from Manchester City. And, you know, they'll want to continue their good recent run. Manchester United, on the other hand, a very good 2-1 win against Tottenham, and much, much better. Much, much better. But Manchester United fans will be tearing their hair out to say, why can we not play like this every single week? You know, Manchester United are a very, very good side. But, yeah, 2-1 win against Tottenham. Obviously, Jose Mourinho's return to Old Trafford did not end very, very well. But one player I want to pick out for the Manchester United team was Scott McTominay. Thought he was absolutely outstanding in the midfield for Manchester United. I thought he was excellent against Tottenham. And do you know what? He is going to be he is probably now one of Manchester United's key players. That's really, really bad to say, but he is now a key player for Manchester United. He makes that midfield tick for me. And, you know, Manchester United obviously coming out of a 2-1 win against Tottenham. They go into this derby match, and do you know what? People are probably going to put City to win this one, probably by 2-3-0, but I think they will win, but I'm going to put a 2-1 win to Man City. I don't think it's going to be that comfortable. I really do not think that's going to be comfortable, as many people predict. So I'm going for 2-1 to Manchester City. Aston Villa against Leicester City now. This is a Sunday, Super Sunday game. It is Aston Villa against Leicester City. Looking forward to this one. 2 great footballing sides, and the last 5 between these sides have resulted in 2 wins to Villa, 2 wins to Leicester, and 1 draw. And the last result was a 1-1 draw between these sides. Now, Villa, very unlucky to lose to Chelsea. They played very, very well. Could have grabbed something out of the game, but, you know, Trezeguet scoring. I think that's 3 and 4 now for Trezeguet. So he's playing really, really well at the moment. And, you know, Villa are going through a spell where, you know, they can win games and then they can obviously lose narrowly. But the thing is, Villa are not losing by many goals, and that's the good thing to take into that, is that they're not losing very, very many goals. So that's a good thing to say. Leicester City, obviously 2-0 win against Watford. Jamie Vardy should have had another penalty, in my opinion. That was never a dive. VAR completely got that wrong. And obviously, you know, Maddison scoring, so good to see Maddison scoring, and good to see obviously Jamie Vardy scoring in this game. In this game, really looking forward to this one. Really looking forward to this one. If you've got the time to watch this one, I'm pretty sure this will be a good game. 2 good footballing sides, as I've said. But I'm just going to have to back Leicester in this one. I think Leicester are going to continue their good run and remain 8 points adrift of Liverpool. Going for Aston Villa 1, Leicester City 2. In this game, Newcastle United against Southampton next, and the last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Newcastle, 1 win to Southampton, and 2 draws. And the last game was a 3-1 win to Newcastle United. Obviously, at this time of recording, Newcastle United play Sheffield United tonight. So they will see what happens there for that one. I probably expect them to lose to Sheffield United, so they'll obviously want to bounce back against Southampton. But then again, they could grab something from Sheffield United. Who knows? But we shall see what happens. I think Newcastle United will look ahead to obviously the 2-2 against Man City, and hopefully want to build on that against Southampton. Southampton, another win for Ralph Hasenhüttl, 2-1 against Norwich. Very, very good performance as well. Danny Ings cannot stop scoring now. I think that's 9 in 10 games quite recently for Danny Ings. Very, very good performance from him. And you know what? Southampton are now picking up points where they need to. And that is the main thing that you have to say as a Southampton fan, that you have to say that they are picking points now. So this game, I can't really separate them. Newcastle United and Southampton doing alright, very okay. Obviously Southampton have got 2 wins out of 2. Newcastle United, obviously they drew 2-2 with Man City, and we'll see what happens with them tonight. But for this game, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw between Newcastle United and Southampton. Norwich City against Sheffield United now, and the last 5 between the side, they've only met 4 times, resulting in 3 wins to Norwich, 1 win to Sheffield United, and the last result was a 1-0 win to Sheffield United, but that was way back in 1993, so it's been a long time since these two faced each other in the top flight. Norwich City obviously coming off the back of a 2-1 defeat to Southampton, and it has to be said that it could have been a lot better. Obviously Timu Pukki seems to be starting scoring again, that's 2-2. And they'll be up for this. They'll be up for this Sunday game against Sheffield United. It'll be a very good game. Will be interesting to see how they manage to, if they can bounce back for sure. Sheffield United, as I've said, they are playing Newcastle United tonight. But Sheffield United are just on a very good run at the moment, not losing many games as well, and they've still not lost away from home either. I'm gonna say that trend will continue, and I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw, another 1-1. A 1-1 draw between Norwich City and Sheffield United. So I'm going to say that for a 1-1 draw for that one. And the Super Sunday game to end things on Sunday is Brighton and Hove Albion against Wolves. And the last was they've only met 2 times actually in the Premier League, and there's been 1 win to Brighton and 1 draw, and the last result was a 1-0 win to Brighton. As I know, Brighton have not played Arsenal yet. However, I did predict them to win against Arsenal, so we'll see what happens. But they'll be happy to have a home game, I think. But they are coming up against a rampant Wolves side. Another win last night, 2-0 against West Ham. Obviously, Dendoncker scoring the first one, and then Cutrone scoring, that sounds like a pasta, doesn't it? Cutrone scoring for Wolves, and it was a very good performance for them. Wolves are just continuing to really impress me, and started really slowly, but look at what happened now. They've just fantastic form, aren't they? So for this game, I think Wolves will continue their recent good run. I think they're going to go to Brighton. I think they will play very well. I'm going to say that they dominate this game. Could be wrong, but obviously they've never beaten Brighton in the Premier League. But that will change. That will change soon. I'm going for Wolves to win this one by 2-1. Brighton 1, Wolves 2. And to end things for Matchweek 16 is West Ham United against Arsenal. And the last 5 results between these sides have resulted in 1 win to West Ham, 1 draw, and 3 wins to Arsenal. And the last result was a 1-0 win to West Ham. Obviously, Declan Rice scoring the winner last season. West Ham, obviously coming off the back of a 2-0 defeat to Wolves. Obviously, they did beat Chelsea the last game as well. And yeah, it was one of those games where, they had chances, but didn't really take them. And, Wolves were much the better team in that game. And they'll hopefully want to improve. And, they're coming up against an Arsenal side who, away from home this season, are absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking away from home. So, with that being said, obviously they are playing Brighton tonight. We will see what happens. Will Freddie Ljungberg be now interim manager until the end of the season? That is one thing you could say. It'll be very interesting to see that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But for this game, I can only really back the home side, and that doesn't happen very often. But I think Arsenal away from home are just dire, really dire. So I'm going for West Ham to get a home victory against Arsenal. West Ham 2, Arsenal 1. So that is it. That is my Match Week 16 predictions for the 2019-2020 Premier League season. Please leave your predictions in the comment section below. Remember, it's 3 points for a correct result and 1 point for an outcome. If you want to play along, then you please put your comments in the comment section below, predictions in the comment section below, I should say. So we'll quickly go through these as very, very quickly. Everton 0, Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 0, Liverpool 3, Tottenham 2, Burnley 0, Watford 1, Crystal Palace 2, Manchester City 2, Manchester United 1, Aston Villa 1, Leicester City 2, Newcastle United 1, Southampton 1, Norwich 1, Sheffield United 1, Brighton 1, Wolves 2, and West Ham 2, Arsenal 1. So that is it. That is my match week 16 predictions. Please hit that subscribe button, smash the like, leave a comment. That'd be absolutely fantastic. And as I've said, in the next match week, I will go through the other 2 games that I managed to do in game week 15. So we'll see what happens with those games. But anyway, hope everyone is liking the videos. Obviously, there are a few others to come this week. Obviously, there'll be a Bournemouth Liverpool preview, and there'll also be the SPFL predictions match week 17 with only 4 games in that match week. I will explain all very, very soon as well. But thank you very much for watching. And like I said, please hit that subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell for every upload that I upload. I will speak to you all later. Thank you very much for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.